Just starting tonight's dinner. Well, I've already started it actually. I'm making spaghetti bolognese, and I have chopped up 1 red onion and softened that. Then I turned the pan up really high and put my 5% fat lean steak mince in. And I always get that really hot and crispy. I like to wait until the mince starts to just turn brown on the corners, just on some pieces. It really does pay to do that. Otherwise I find the spaghetti goes a bit grey and like mushy. You really want to get some of that sort of caramelisation, and then it renders all the fat that's left in the meat as well. So in here I've got 2 tins of Italian peeled plum tomatoes chopped up. I've got some salt and black pepper, some garlic granules and some onion granules. I'm going to pop in a red wine stock pot from Tesco. I'm also going to pop in some Worcester sauce and a teaspoon of Marmite, I think, and maybe some mixed herbs or something along those lines, a bit greenery. I think let that simmer for absolutely ages. The longer you cook it, the more the flavours infuse. And I actually bought linguine for a change. So we've got linguine, garlic bread and some grated cheese.
So here we are served up. I just did some garlic bread in the air fryer. I put some grated cheese on for those that want it, and then some people just had theirs completely plain. And this is what we had for dinner tonight.
So for tonight's dinner I have done some spicy chicken grills and some salad. So we've got a potato salad here, which has got some red onion, some chives, some parsley, salt and black pepper and light mayo. These are the Cornish baby new potatoes. I've done a salad with beetroot, olives, red onion, cucumber and lettuce. And then 2 lots of spicy grills. That one in the middle is a bird's eye hot and spicy one, and the other ones are farm foods. So this is one of the boys, hence why they've got 2 spicy grills. And this is what we're having for dinner. So I'm just doing tonight's dinner, and I'm doing hot dogs, but I'm fed up with the rolls. This is like a French stick, and every time you slice down the middle and try and open it up, it splits at the bottom and they all fall out. So I decided to cut a little wedge of bread out of each one. So I've sliced that either side with a bread knife and then like made a little well in it. So you get less bread, but there's going to be room for your sausage and onions without it all falling everywhere. And then the side bits, the inners, we can use for breadcrumbs. So I'm actually doing kielbasa sausages. I've got some red onion in here. I've just microwaved the sausages a bit to heat them up. They are already cooked. And then I'm browning them off in here. And I've got some fries in the air. Oh, that one's alive. Some fries in the air fryer with some Carolina seasoning on as well. So I'll show you it once I've assembled, but hopefully the sausages will stay cooked this time. So here we are served up. We've got our Caribbean spiced chips and our kielbasa sausage in my little buns with the hack where I've cut it out. And this is what's for dinner tonight. Well, this is what the older 2 boys are having.
So the rest of us just had a simple salad. I did some chicken in a Thai seasoning, which actually was very similar to a KFC seasoning. I'm not quite sure how that works, but we also added some buffalo sauce and some tomato and jalapeno relish on the top. Just served it with some red peppers, mixed salad leaves and red onion.
So I'm just about to attempt to make a crumble. I've got loads of fresh rhubarb from my mum's garden that you can just sort of kind of see under there that she's chopped up. I also had a few plums left over that needed using, 2 kiwis and some strawberries that were going soft. So I've basically taken the skin off of the plums and the kiwis. I've cut up the strawberries and I'm just going to put a little bit of sugar over the top and let these boil. I don't know if you can put kiwis and strawberries and things in crumbles. I've not really ever tried it. I'm not really a crumbly kind of person. Don't make this on my own very often, but I'm going to try it. So I've made my topping using a recipe from Recipe Tin Eats. So I've used 90 grams, but I've actually doubled this, so if you double everything I say, because I want really thick crumble topping. So I've got 90 grams of rolled oats, 150 grams of plain flour, 175 grams of brown sugar, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, 125 grams of unsalted butter melted, and a pinch of salt. So I've doubled that. That is the recipe there, Recipe Tin Eats. You can always screenshot it if you wanted to read the recipe. I haven't done the apple part, I've done the fruit, which I'll show you in a minute, but I'm going to cover this and put it in the fridge because I don't want to eat this till later. So I've got my fruit in here. I know it doesn't look very appetizing, but it tastes amazing. So it's rhubarb, kiwi, strawberry and plum, but I did sieve it because there's loads and loads of liquid. I added sugar to it as well. So I'm left with this liquid because I thought if I leave that in there, it's going to be really soupy. It's probably something to do with the fact you're not meant to add kiwis or strawberries. I'm pretty sure that I never see them with like crumbles with those in. So I know that you're not supposed to add things like that to jelly because it doesn't set. So that's probably where I've gone wrong, but it's quite liquidy. So I've taken the liquid out, but what do I do with the liquid? Because it's all the fruit juice with sugar, so it's literally like a sugary syrup. I'm sure someone will come up with some genius idea of what I'm supposed to do with that. You couldn't drink it, well you could, but it's just too sweet and no one wants to drink that much sugar. I wonder if I could add like a gelatin and make like a jam or something. I don't know, but let me know what I could use this for. Drizzling over ice cream or something, I suppose, maybe. I could mix it through ice cream and freeze it and make like a raspberry sort of, make like a swirly ice cream. I don't know, I don't want to throw it away, so I'm going to put it in the fridge for now. I'm going to put this in the fridge and my crumble topping in the fridge and then assemble it later. So we've got a smallish layer of filling and then we're going to have a massive layer of crumble, which is basically how I think you should have it anyway. There's the crumble out of the oven. I put some cinnamon sugar on the top as well. It's gone really, really crunchy. I'll show you it once I've got a little bit out, but quite pleased with myself really. It's looking good. And there it is served up with some ice cream. It's come out really, really nicely. Put it inside of the dish. So for tonight's dinner I am doing a prawn pasta salad. So I got these king prawns from Aldi. They're actually raw, I didn't realise that, so I'm going to fry them off gently. Got coconut chilli and lime, and then these are garlic and herb. So I'm just going to do those in a pan for a few minutes just until they're nice and pink, but I don't want to overcook them. In here I've got some pasta and peas. I'm going to add loads of different bits, probably some peppers, some spring onions, seasonings, mayo, some ketchup, some dill, what else? A bit of lime juice. Then I'm going to add the prawns in there, and I'm also going to cook these 2 pieces of salmon, and I'm going to add those in there as well. I think this is ginger chilli and lime, so I'm going to flake that through as well. I've also cooked some new potatoes, which I might make into a pasta salad. No, I'll cook some new potatoes. I might make a potato salad. And then I've also got some carrots that need using up, so I might roast those just to go on the side. So I'll show you when it all comes together. So here's the finished dinner. We've got our prawn and salmon pasta salad. It's got peas, peppers, like red and yellow peppers, got mayo, lime juice, dill, salt and pepper. The washing machine's going. Got some potato salad, that's got a little bit of salad cream, some spring onions and some light mayo. I've done some roasted carrots, well air fried carrots just because they need using up. I can't remember what else I put in the prawn pasta salad other than prawns and salmon, but I did the prawns in the pan and the salmon in the air fryer. And this is what we've got for dinner tonight. It's so noisy.
So I had some bits and bobs to use up, and I decided to make a lasagna with some chicken. So I just put some chicken breast in my pressure cooker, and I added some chicken seasoning, some onion granules and some garlic granules. I then added a tin of condensed chicken soup, and I put this on high pressure for 30 minutes. When that was done, I air fried some broccoli and shredded up the chicken, and I just layered this up with also a tub of cream cheese, so I kind of dotted that around the layers of broccoli. Topped it with grated cheese and some chorizo that I needed to use up, and popped it in the oven. Took about 35 to 40 minutes and it came out lovely and crispy on top. I thought this was absolutely delicious, especially for just using things up. But I'm going to be 100% honest here, one of my sons was not keen in the slightest. He's not really a fan of white sauces and cheese sauces, so I'm not too surprised that he wasn't keen, but the rest of us absolutely loved it, and I basically just threw everything I had together. So that is it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back really, really soon with another one. Take care, guys.
It's what you're doing, making me feel